Hey everyone, so I've seen this topic going around a lot, and that's the discussion of whether or not Rachel Amber is truly dead, and so I've decided to talk about it a little bit and kind of give my own thoughts on it. So in episode 4, Chloe and Max go through the dark room and uncover a picture of Rachel Amber laying on the ground with Nathan. Chloe recognizes where the location of the photograph was taken, and so they rush to the junkyard only to find what appears to be Rachel Amber in a shallow grave. So a lot of people have been saying that they don't really believe that Rachel Amber is truly dead, and to be honest, I don't want to believe it either, but the game is definitely hinting at Rachel Amber being dead. Now in all honesty, I don't really see it as being anyone other than Rachel in the ground. It could obviously be something other than a person buried, like maybe just an animal or something, but I'm not sure why that would be. It would make more sense if Rachel was there, and it would for mostly obvious reasons, but really the photo of her laying at that exact spot hints at it, the fact that she was drugged by Nathan and Mr. Jefferson hints at it, and also there's that creepy message in the shelter saying Rachel is here. Let's also not forget the spirit deer that we see bowing its head in episode 4, suggesting that the deer is in fact Rachel's spirit animal. Now, I was always under the assumption that Rachel was alive because mainly I didn't expect the game to develop into something so dark. And obviously with what we have to go through in the game, especially in episode 4, it's clear that yeah, it can definitely get dark. And so chances are that things will only get worse in episode 5. So yeah, we have not seen Rachel's body in order to completely identify that without a doubt it's her, but I guess at this point, assuming that she was killed not too long after being abducted about 6 months ago, there really wouldn't be much left of her. So identifying her at this point is kind of impossible unless done forensically. Now there's also a belief that Rachel is not dead and instead Nathan is buried in the junkyard, considering we haven't seen him since the fight in the boys' dorm. This can actually be true to an extent. So it's not possible that Nathan's body was there when we first dig it up, but maybe the body of Rachel Amber was switched out afterwards and replaced with Nathan's, and that's what we see in the last scene of episode 4. And the sole reason why it really couldn't have been Nathan's body initially is because the ground is untouched. When Chloe and Max go to dig up Rachel, there's grass and no real sign that anyone was buried there recently, so whatever is there has been there for a while. However, it is definitely possible that the body could have been switched out after Max and Chloe first unearth it, meaning the time between when they discover the body and the time they come back to the junkyard after attending the Vortex Club Party. Now, you might be unsure of Nathan being dead considering we receive a text message from him outside of the party. However, that text doesn't really seem to follow Nathan's usual writing, so it's possible that it isn't him and is therefore Mr. Jefferson setting up the trap for Max and Chloe. Now let's also not forget that we took Nathan's cell phone and have it at Chloe's house, so either Mr. Jefferson was able to retrieve that, or Nathan maybe has two phones and Mr. Jefferson messaged us using Nathan's personal one, while Max and Chloe stole his business phone. Okay, so when Max and Chloe go back to the junkyard, one thing that is sort of strange is that the body has been way more dug up than when we left it from before. This could be evidence that the body was switched out to Nathan's, but honestly I believe it is something else entirely, which I will explain in a second. By the way, in terms of what Max and Chloe are digging up, I think that blue blob that we see may just be a bag of some sort that the body is being kept in. I don't think we are looking at someone's actual clothing, so I don't think we have any hint from that. Now, when Chloe and Max are digging up the body initially, they do mention there's a strong smell, and bodies do begin to start producing a rotting meat smell in around 12 hours after death, especially if they're in a warmer climate, which Arcadia Bay seems to be in, so that does still leave open the possibility that the body could be Nathan's. It's even possible that Nathan may be dead or alive, depending on whether we see his jacket in the dark room in episode 4, because if you did not know already, the presence of his jacket in the dark room is actually decision-based. So in all honesty, it is completely possible that Nathan is dead, but really I don't think that's the case. I think that what we see in the junkyard scene is the now empty grave of Rachel Amber. After Nathan discovered that Max went through his dorm room, he noticed that his phone was missing. Out of fear that Max might have discovered the truth, he either went to the junkyard himself or contacted Jefferson to let him know the situation. When Jefferson gets there, he discovers the grave of Rachel Amber has in fact been dug up. Since he now knows that they are aware of his responsibility for Rachel Amber's murder, it would make sense that he would relocate the body. Otherwise, Max and Chloe could just tell somebody the location of Rachel, which would most likely lead directly back to him. So burying Nathan in the same spot as Rachel doesn't make much sense to me. Instead, he dug her up, then made it still look like her body was there. Later on, following the announcement of the Everyday Heroes contest winner, he texts Chloe using Nathan's phone and rushed out to the junkyard. Then, while Max and Chloe are distracted, he drugs Max, then ultimately shoots and kills Chloe Price. Also, just to add to that theory that Nathan is still alive, Nathan is the only person we know that can truly save Max at this point. It is possible that Max may be able to escape the dark room herself if she were to gain her ability back, but other than that, Nathan is the only one who knows the location of the bomb shelter as well as the combination locks and passwords to get into it. There is Nathan Prescott though, but considering he is most likely backing up all that Mr. Jefferson is doing, I doubt he would intervene. As for Warren, I'm sure that the photograph outside the party will come into play in episode 5, but him saving us is most likely impossible considering he was drunk at the party and therefore probably couldn't have followed Max and Chloe to the junkyard in the first place. My thoughts are that Nathan will save Max from the dark room since he's most likely upset that he's being forced by Sean and Mr. Jefferson to drug Victoria, who's his best friend. Ultimately, what we might see is Nathan finally rising to the occasion and finally facing his fears against Mr. Jefferson and his dad, Nathan Prescott. And depending on our decisions, that might ultimately lead to his death. Alright everyone, I'll be ending that there. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Please let me know what you think of this video by leaving a comment. If you would like to see more content, please hit that subscribe button, and I will see you all in the next episode. Stay awesome, guys.